Good afternoon. My name is Caucci. I'm a co-founder and the director of business development at Reslutions, and today I'll be talking to you about the value we're excited to create for the world. So the first problem we're addressing is the fact that college housing departments use a combination of paper-based systems, and the technologies they use are very fragmented. Second, over 10% of roommates cannot coexist, and housing departments need to take action. Lastly, schools need a better way to assess threat when it comes to student behavior. So we've already developed a platform that digitizes and streamlines all processes when it comes to housing departments. We're currently developing a fun yet effective way for students to find that ideal roommate, and we're also developing a threat assessment tool that will communicate vital and time-sensitive information to the people that need it and when they need it. So let's look at our market. We've got around 4,900 colleges here in the U.S. alone, and these schools spend about $39.3 billion annually on IT solutions. That number is projected to grow by 4.1% this year alone. So we've done several customer interviews, we've talked to our market, and they're very excited about mobile and social solutions, and we're listening to them as we move forward. So looking at our competition, you can see they're leaving over 80% of the market still on the table, up for grabs. These are folks in the same space as us, yet doing something different. Now these are two organizations that have taken a social approach to roommate matching, but really haven't done it justice, and we can do a better job. So product differentiation and a consultative sales approach really do set us apart from the pack. So how are we going to grow a client list? So we're going to exhibit and demo at conferences put on by organizations such as the Association for Collegiate and University Housing Officers. We're also going to present the research we're currently doing to gain some credibility at these same conferences. We're also partnering strategically with organizations such as SunGuard, which is Banner, and Blackguard. And when it comes to a sales force, we're actually branding the sales force a Business Development Partner Network. And we've already started to roll this out. We already have some partners in there. And lastly, again, we take a consultative approach to understand the needs of our client and then sit down with them and put together a solutions package based on those needs. So how do we make money though? We use a subscription model based on a tiered pricing structure. Pricing is dependent on the number of the solutions a school needs and the number of users at that school. We'll also be implementing a freemium business model with compatibility-based roommate matching feature. So we want to get in there between September and January. That's our sales cycle. That's when these decision makers can pull the trigger on our offerings, and we're projecting just under $10 million in revenue within the first 3 years of business, with about $5.5 million being retained as earnings. So behind us, we've got a very committed team that's passionate about the value we're bringing to this market. We all work in student affairs, so we have that domain knowledge, and we've also got very relevant experience outside of that domain. Furthermore, we've got a very well-rounded and dynamic advisory board behind us that's excited to see us succeed, and they're very involved. So looking at the traction, we've saved guests and residents a little over 35 days of waiting time. We've saved the school over $5,000. We've got about $10,000 in accounts receivable to date. 85% of our power users, people that depend on this tool to do their daily job, say they can't go about their work life without it. They would suffer without it. And lastly, we've got conversations going on with 5 other schools. So yeah, we're looking for advisors, we're looking for mentors. This is the exact presentation we gave. Legal counsel, funding, we're currently closing a seed round of $20,000. We're looking to raise a little under $500,000 within the next 6 months to help out with sales and marketing materials, personnel, and some more development type stuff. And the last thing I said that night was, anybody in the audience that's ever benefited from what we do from Reslutions, you've got 2 seconds to say, I love Reslutions. And there's a bunch of people like, oh, I love Reslutions. So that's it. That's a pitch.